Oh, the sunset. The lovely, lovely sunset. Did I scare you? Oh my goodness. Halloween. Halloween. Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. And it's spooky season officially. I'm starting to get in the mood for it. And I thought, you know what? Last year, we didn't end up really doing anything for Halloween at all in this world. Because I think I was probably ill around that time or something. And this year, I'm probably going to be busy. So before we're cutting it too close to the end of October, so let's get done early. And we have a really fun thing planned. So actually, what I really want to do while it's spooky season is kind of put some more finishing touches on this area, specifically this riverfront and the river itself. Do you mind? And there's a bunch of blocks I need for that, but primarily I really want some skulk, which I don't really have any at all. Why is there a chicken there? It's ruining my immersion. Oh, okay. Sorry, let me just go sleep in the pumpkin. Yes, I want to terraform a whole bunch of this and maybe add some custom trees and stuff. It's probably going to be a multiple episode goal, and maybe we'll get to some of it today, maybe not. But what we need to do today is go on a journey. Something I really wanted to do last year, but never got around to. I need skulk. Can you see there's a bit of skulk there? Oh, there, just a little bit. I think that's like most of my skulk, but I'm gonna need stacks and stacks and stacks of these things, probably. And I also need some skulk shakers and stuff like that. So we need to go to the deep dark. And I think fighting an end city, or I suppose fighting may be a wrong word, exploring an end city was something I said we should do on Halloween the first time we found a deep dark on this world. And that was over a year ago. So it's time for us to actually go up and do it. Let's grab a bunch of wool. We have some spare brown one here. Oh, and I have some ancient debris. I've been mining out a lot of stuff in the nether. Do I need this? I don't need a carved pumpkin. I was going to do a jump scare with that, but turns out I am just not very good at scaring people or things. I don't know. Things. I'm not good at scaring. But scare and fear is going to be kind of the theme of today's episode if the title does not give it away. Can we put these in a blast furnace? Oh, we can. Oh, look at all the stuff we have here. I think before we head in, we're going to upgrade our diamond hoe. Hopefully I have enough stuff to do so. I never remember the netherite recipe. Let's hope we have a spare netherite scrap. Is it 2 netherite, 2 gold, or is it... I don't know. Perfect. Get some gold. Ancient debris. And we need an anvil. Let's go back to the smithy. And honestly, I know it's Halloween, but guys, I'm already starting to think about Christmas builds here as well. I know we still have Christmas decorations from last year, but end of the year is kinda a tough season for me because I get quite sad without sunlight. Wait, no, it's not this. It's not an anvil we need. We need this. Okay, perfect. Serious dedication. We did it. Let's go. I mean, what are we gonna really need for a run? Probably gonna want a bed. Yes. Grab a bed, a water bucket, maybe some torches. So let's make some more. And I'm really excited to go to the deep dark. We've held on long enough. Now, actually, there's nothing I really need aside from skulk. Like the actual loot in the deep dark is not something I'm too concerned with. All of these are... We can empty that. I would quite like the music lists, I think, but the rest of the stuff is not really necessary. At least not just now. Swift Sneak will be nice at some point, I'm sure. So it's good to have, but it's more just for fun. And I thought, just set myself a challenge because you see, guys, I think when I'm in there and I'm concentrating, I'm going to be very quiet. It's sort of like the atmosphere gets to you, right? You're gonna be really quiet and like, oh no, I'm whispering and I'm skulking about, for lack of a better word, being very quiet. And I think it's gonna be a talky one today because I would like to see if I can force myself to talk a lot while I'm in there. Maybe that ruins the immersion a bit, but I think it's gonna make it more fun. And I have things to say. I have things to talk about. I've come up with a topic. It's honestly gonna be more of a, almost like a podcasty episode, I think, which is great timing because I'm sure you guys can still hear it. I'm still a bit ill, but I feel like yapping today. So depending on how fast this goes or how slow this goes, we might only be yapping today, or we might do some building. Sounds. Okay, well, I think we have everything we need. So I'm gonna go to the one spot I know there's skulk. I don't know if it's an ancient city or not. But we're gonna go for it and do our best. It's actually not too far from here. And actually, I really like the terrain over here. We should do something here one day. I like how this sort of goes in. I don't know. This is some really cool terrain I look forward to building in one day. We're starting to get to that sort of point where the main island of the base is getting a little bit cramped. And while there's still spots there for some builds here and there, it's more about polishing that place up and Hunter Trader and doing some terraforming and stuff to kind of clean the edges of it. And then we can start expanding, which I'm really looking forward to just doing different sort of builds around my world. But that's not the topic of today's podcast. Where am I going? Have I gone past it? Is it this? Okay, it's not this, but this entrance to the cave looks really cool. So let's check out and see if it is a deep dark in here. Nope, it's absolutely nothing. I completely flew past it. Yeah, there's some really cool generation here. I don't normally like the stony shores, but it sort of just works here with all the kind of holes it has. I think it's right down here. And over this way. Oh yeah, we've been here for some skulk and it's time to venture deeper. So I'm going to set up, I'll guess, a safe space just out here. Let's put this down. There shouldn't be any mobs in there, right? But just in case we die, I think it might be better to not take everything with us. So I'm just going to grab, I think, a pickaxe, a hoe. Cheers. I'm scared. I don't want to lose this stuff. This stuff's good. Okay, make sure we click the bed. We have. So we're gonna keep talking, I guess. And I thought for a little while, what could I talk about today? Is that a shrieker? I think that's a shrieker. Oh no. Oh no, there's another one there. Oh no, how do I did not expect having to. Oh, there's spiders there? I did not expect having to drop down and take damage. And that's gonna trigger both of those shriekers. Those are shriekers, right? Maybe I can make it down there. Oh, I could walk around. I can walk around. I can walk around. Yo! Yo! Is this not... Okay, well, whatever. This may be not an Asian city, actually. Are you gonna shoot me? That's gonna set everything off. Can the wardens actually spawn? Oh, they've not shrieked. Oh, maybe these aren't shriekers. So, I think they are. I think they are. I've already stopped talking. Today's title, I think, is probably going to be Deepest, Darkest Fears. Okay, we're on one strike. Now, I do need some of these. Are you for real? Okay, 2 strikes. Is Deepest, Darkest Fears. And oh my goodness, this is indeed dark. And we're down deep. And it's the Deep Dark. Whoa! Look at that title go. Okay, let's get rid of this creeper before terrible things happen. Oh, don't mind if I do. And I had to think a little while about what is actually my biggest, deepest, darkest fear. And, you know, going with the fact it's Halloween, I was trying to think of things that would be stereotypically kind of Halloweeny and scary. It's like, I do kind of... Oh, this is ridiculous. There's mobs everywhere. This can't be it. This can't be ancient city. Oh, I think that's a shrieker over there. And a few over there. And I think, uh-oh. What? The warden draws close. Okay. Guys, we might be summoning a warden. Yeah, not good, not good, not good. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? So that was that was a very quick failure. Okay. Hot water, perfect. Not perfect. Maybe perfect. Creeper. Right, away from the warden, straight into mobs. I'm not doing very much talking. Can I get back to my stuff? I should have taken some armor with me. I did not expect there to be so many mobs here. I don't think this is the ancient city we're looking for. Owie. Oh, no good. Just keep running, just keep running. Just keep running. Oopsie. I didn't remember ball. Okay, guys, 1 second. I'm gonna find a real ancient city. I had to dig out, but we found our stuff. These are the closest mountains to us, so I'm hoping these have one. I know they like to be under big mountain ranges. This is a big mountain range. Is there a cave anywhere I could find that would take me inside? There's no deep cave, so I'm just gonna mine down and hope I run into something, to be honest. I just need to see if this is even a deep dark underneath here. Your first cave. Ah! Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna explore just a little bit before we commit to setting up a hidey hole. We are at 2Y, Y2, so not that deep yet. It goes down more, which is promising. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. I think this is pretty safe here. I'm gonna get rid of these just for my insanity. Okay, this is it, guys. This is where I'm actually gonna I'm gonna commit to talking. I'm gonna do all of this cool stuff. Okay, this is actually gonna be more difficult than I thought originally, I think, to do. Do I keep the elytra? Flying out in a panic is good. I think we risk with the elytra. Don't have many elytras, so I need to be very careful with this one. Bed has been clicked. We're definitely set our spawn. Question is, oh, it's actually my first time ever doing one of these. There's wool there. We can just sort of sprint down and try to land on the wool, I think. There's so many shriekers around. Whoa, that chest is like unobtainable. We can't surround that chest in wool, I don't think. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be... Okay. That's like the last one we do and then we bail. That one might be doable. What's the goal? The goal is to just like, kind of explore, have fun, and keep talking about my deepest, darkest fears. Because it's Halloween, so... Wow. How did you not set off there? That is incredible. Okay. Wait, this looks so cool. One day they'll do something with that portal, I just know it. And there was a chest somewhere here. Ghosts. I'm pretty scared of ghosts, to be honest, guys. I go back and forth between, like, if you would say believing in ghosts is like a scale, of like 10 is you're absolutely certain that they're real, and 0 is like you're absolutely certain that they're not real. I would say I'm normally at a 5. There is something about this time of year where I don't know if it's just like awareness of them existing. Oh, just there. Okay. Oh, spooky scary. Okay. You shan't shriek. Where I definitely feel like I have felt like presence of something else. Now, most of the time, I think it's probably like a bad feeling for one reason or another that your brain sort of translates into, oh, bad things are here. Of course, that makes sense. Bad things are here. We do this? No. Okay. Actually, I can't open this chest that way. Ooh, let's go. Okay, we have Swift Sneak immediately. Perfect. I will be taking everything, thank you. And actually, I should have brought an axe so I could break these after. Yeah, I've definitely felt like ghosts are real sometimes. Like that scale of like 0 to 10, I feel like it can move up to like, ooh, these aren't bad at all. Echo shards. First managing. Ooh, a god apple. Let's go. It definitely goes up to a solid 8 or 9 sometimes at this time of the year, especially. It's like awareness. Like I've definitely felt like I've lived in places where I'm just like something is definitely watching me in the middle of the night. It's the only way that feeling can be explained. And I'm so curious. There's a lot of like scientific and unscientific reasons for it, right? It's like science-wise, you've noticed like some signs of danger. Like say the birds aren't chirping, you know, and you might not immediately realize that, but it gives you like a bad feeling because normally if the forest goes dead quiet, it means that there is a dangerous predator kinda on loose, right? That shrieker, that's not a shrieker. Do we drop down? Or I'm starting to think I might have not brought enough wool, but that's okay. That's just that's just extra danger. Ladders are noisy. There is a chest up there. Let's try it. Oh. Oh. See? Okay, not much in here. But another hole. Nice. And the predators, you know, that's just kind of your brain processing something in the background that you're not really aware of. But it's weird. I've definitely felt it more in some places than others. There is a place where I don't go there at all anymore because I just got that same bad feeling too many times in a row. And I do wonder if I was meant to place a torch there. If that was just me overthinking things, and every time I'm like, I must be overthinking it. It must be because I have that kind of like I know I'm expecting to feel bad, so then I consider everything and overthink it, and I do feel bad and all of that stuff. But basically, there is like an old cemetery slash graveyard where if I walk for a while, I'd have to go very far away from civilization almost, which is weird to say because it's actually next to like an old estate house. But I have to basically walk for a long time on my own, probably without running into any people. Do this like actually lovely walk. It's such a beautiful woods. I go there. And we start reaching the point where we're near the cemetery. And it's an old one from I want to say like 1700s or something. It's definitely older. It's not a new thing. I think somebody might still take care of it. It never looks too overgrown, but it's not super, you know, spectacular looking. It's just old. Is the best way to describe it. And every time I get near there, I get this horrendous chest, like spine tingling feeling at the back of my neck. Now I go in broad daylight because I'm not I'm not crazy enough to go in nighttime. so far into the woods on my own with a dog. Now my dog does not care. So she's a happy puppy regardless. Okay, this was a bit risky, but that paid off. Ooh, amazing fragments. Another swift sneak and breach. Wait, breach is what's breach? And I've realized I've actually not been breaking these chests. She's quite happy there, so she certainly doesn't feel the same feeling I do. But as soon as I start getting close to that place, I'm like, nope, 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 nope. Oh, this has got 2 chests. You guys, we're actually kind of smashing it so far. Any more shriekers? No. Oh, that scared me. Wait, is that skull? These are pretty rare. We should grab that. What do we not need? Actually, we could put these on. They're free. So yeah, I would say ghosts. Definitely. I mean, I've had really bad, almost kind of vibes sometimes in places where it feels like the only explanation is now the place I live in at the moment. Hopefully not for much longer because I am moving. I definitely feel like there's been instances where I'm just like, there is something here. It's something here. Does that count as a deepest darkest fear? I don't know. I've definitely lit like candles and slept with the door open with a light in another room to why is there ice there? Hold on, that is so strange. To kind of combat that feeling sometimes. And I think now this is probably puppies being puppies things, but when I first got my oldest dog in this same flat I'm living in, sometimes she would just stare off in space as if she was tracking something with her eyes. Ice being here is kind of insane. You know, I would make a joke that it's like, oh, she's seeing this is part of like a redstone room. What's going on here? There's pressure plates here, which I don't think I want to step on. Haha, chest. Right next to a shrieker. Let's bridge over and jump down. I think this one we're best off just breaking this. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that she would. Oh, there's a music disc in here. That she would be tracking something with her eyes. That there's something else there. It's a joke. Yes, other side, amazing. But it's like little things like that you're sometimes the back of your head when you do get that really weird feeling of like you're half asleep and you can swear there's a figure there on the other side of the bed. It turns out those kind of thoughts come back to you and you're like, ooh, spooky. So would I say a deepest darkest fear of mine is that ghosts exist? Probably not. I feel like kind of like almost accepted it that that's probably, I don't know. I can't say one way or another. I guess that's a very normal way to put it, right? It's like relating to saying that something paranormal is real or not real. But actually, I really struggled. Speaking of paranormal, I really struggled to watch horror movies. I basically can't. I'm a very visual person, and I'm also kind of over the top empathetic almost. I think sometimes I can feel someone else's pain a bit too well. And so when I watch the movies, the emotions are just so high for me. Especially if the acting is good. I get so immersed in a movie and it sort of gets stuck in my brain for a little while. Any more oh, there's a chest there. This one I've done? Maybe not. They get stuck in my brain. So I think I had an unfortunate incident happen to me when I was younger where I had a babysitter, like a family friend, and they didn't really care what was on TV, so they were watching The Shining. It was probably honestly around this time of year. And I was unfortunately at the good old age of like 7 or 6, and my curiosity got the better of me. This is going to be difficult. We can sort of block these off, maybe. Well, only one way to find out if this worked or not. Oh, perfect. We've absolutely smashed it. And there is an enchanted book here. First strike. Oh, I don't think we can... Now, what shrieker went off? Was it you? How did you possibly get off? Because you were fine when that happened. Huh. If I drop something... I want to know what the book is. Maybe... Dancer here. No, shrieker. There is one there. Maybe to break this. Let's risk it. Okay, that didn't go off. No! Right. I hate you. Oh, what do you mean? 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 Rockets, rockets, rockets. Howie. No, don't die here. Let's just fly to safety. Is this safety? I don't know. Is there such a thing as safety in here? Oh, that feels like safety. Don't hit the wall too hard. Hi guys, we didn't even get to the juicy details of my deepest darkest fears yet. I really thought I had one more attempt before they go out, but I guess we maybe trigger 2 sugars at once at some point. How lucky to have managed to sort of escape with our lives. I would like to find my stuff again. Pretty impossible challenge that's going to be. I think best bet is... Ah, do you mind? Don't have a sword. Let's take a look at our loot. Got respiration, swift sneak, swift sneak, swift sneak, reach, other side, and a whole bunch of other goodies, as well as a gold apple. And I think enough this fragments for a whole disc, right? I actually have never looked into these, so I don't know what they require of me. How many? Oh yeah, we got these helmets as well, and 2 hose. How many fragments do I need? Oh, just 9. Perfect. I don't know why I thought it'd be more than that, because there's not so many slots in the crafting table, but that's absolutely perfect. I think that's basically everything we could have needed, right? So let's I was gonna say let's pack up, but we actually need a whole bunch of skulk. So I'm gonna grab some of that before we go. Now, while I am curious if the warden has despawned or not, I don't think I'll be going back in here. Oh, that chest. We'll never know what's in it. We'll never know what's in this one. But that's okay, unless I need more stuff from down here. This was fun, nice and spooky. I definitely got a fright, maybe, I don't know. Was this Halloween fitting? If not, the next thing we're gonna build hopefully will feel a little bit Halloweeny. So let's pack up and go home. Time to be home, and it's time to show you guys what my plan is for this river. So I think a lot of the sand, actually I think all of the sand needs to go, and I'm kind of picturing a skulk here in the water that kind of transitions into mud on the shoreline. So let's try doing a little bit of this, replacing some of these with skulk, or honestly, I think to save myself the hassle, I might just put it on top of the dirt, and we're gonna raise the riverbed a little bit. Ooh, that is nice. That's nice. That will... I don't love the shape of it, but the actual color and the effect it has underwater. I'm a big fan of skulk underwater, it seems. I don't even know if I've got enough skulk, but we can always go back and get more. Now that we know where we have a whole bunch available. I don't know why, but constantly going into swimming mode now is so annoying that I know we're gonna get the Nautilus. It's like, now that I've been made aware of the problem with trying to build underwater, it's okay if you can keep standing. But as soon as you move around and actually enter swimming mode, it just becomes an absolute nightmare. But we are getting there with this kind of replacement of blocks, I guess. And I think it's gonna make a really big difference. Straight away, it already looks like a completely different place. So let's swap some of these out. We're actually doing a really good job of not going in swimming mode just now. So I'm not having any issues. Hey, free sand. Oh, you scared me. Okay, let's take a little peek above the surface. Oh yeah, that just looks completely different when you can't see all the sand. It is so much spookier, and I do like the little glow of the skulk. Very hard to see. I actually think maybe adding some lights underwater is going to be good as well. Once we have all this green gone and replaced with coarse dirt and pale moss, it's going to look even better. But I'm actually thinking I might want to try to add some spooky spots of red down here. I don't know how exactly this is going to look. Oh, sorry then, guy. Should probably light this river up for my own sanity. Ooh, up a trident. Nope. I kind of feel like having it look almost like some sort of veins going through the water might be fun. It's a little bit spooky, but that's not necessarily bad, is it? Let's see how it looks from across the shore. Okay, right now it just looks like a random red line, but I think that's got potential. I was going to see if I can get away with doing mud for some of this, but it is actually so much lighter than skulk that we're gonna have to go with skulk. Oh no, I know. I think somehow during the time I was terraforming this, we've lost the villagers in here. I'm actually not sure how a zombie got in. Are they all like this? There was 2 in here. Wait, we lost one completely? Oh no. The haunted mansion is definitely... But the zombie shouldn't be able to walk over that, so how did they get in? And I don't think anything can spawn in here. Oh, they could have gotten in this way. I guess this way? Yeah, okay. Not the safest. Oh, what a difference that makes. That's actually crazy. It looks so different. It definitely takes a bit of time to replace all the blocks underwater, but this place looks so much darker and more mysterious now. I just need to do this side and then kind of figure out like roughly where I want things to end. And I almost feel like this, you kind of get cut in half at some point, so this becomes its own little island. I think it'll help me to separate things. I don't know. It just feels like a nice spot to connect the rivers. But I suppose next up, while I'm going to continue doing this, I'm going to take a little break from it for now and do something just as tedious, and that is spread this pale moss everywhere, which is a surprisingly difficult task. I also need to terraform kind of these rough cliffside edges, and I might do that first. Just place a bunch of dirt, I suppose, in a nice pattern and hope that that works. Let's take oh, I forgot to put my Halloween skin back on. Well, regardless, let's take a little look at the terraforming. Whee! It's very basic so far. I was trying to expand maybe the coaster upwards, but I actually don't really like it. I think it looks kind of nice and consistent this way. But it's definitely showcasing a lot of things kind of lacking from this build now. So we have all this open space here at the front that is just completely empty, and I also don't really know how to join these 2 areas together. So if we take a little look around, as we fly around, you see we have this whole island, and I'm almost visioning most of this island being a forest, to be honest, a custom forest. I don't think I'm going to build much, and when I think about expanding my base in the future, I kind of see myself going this way, and another bridge over this way, and then towards this mountain, rather than this bit of land. I don't know why, it just doesn't appeal to me. That's why we built the spooky stuff here, because I was like, this is fine, this is experimental. So I do actually think maybe a nice forest that would go sort of between these 2 areas to kind of join them together kind of like what we have here. So I've been practicing some trees in creative that I really like the design of, that I found, of course, on the internet. I'm not going to say that I made up the tree design, but it's quite a popular one, I would say. It's like these trees, but they are a bit taller. They have a little bit more variation in their leaves, and they're just a bit fuller and lusher, which I think is a nice sort of transition between these really sparse pine trees to more full lushy pine trees, I suppose, into a forest. Obviously making a whole custom forest is a B-dubs level of commitment, and I do want to get it done one day. But for now, I think we might start off by just building a couple trees right here in the front, I think, enough to kind of frame the ruins a little bit better, I think, because I mean, as much as the concept behind this part of the land is that it's very dead, I actually don't really like this pale oak tree, so I'm gonna probably remove it. I do think I've already put green leaves in the area with the trees, so I might as well continue that pattern. I think it's gonna look good, and I also want to put some boulders and like a little waterfall or something in there, but I don't know if I'll get around to that today, so we're gonna start with some trees. By the way, I still love this little pumpkin from the 30 days. This is still so cute. Well, isn't this adorable? They're a little bit in the way of me building this tree, but I wanted to take a look from afar and see how it looks. I think this is about the third one I've done, but the first two were in creative just to kind of get a feel for the way things work. And the original tree, I found my reference image. The original tree is by, I want to say Draxus or Draxus Creates, and I'll pop a link in the description, but a gorgeous tree design, and it's certainly different from the ones over there, but they feel related almost. Like these are taller. Let's glide over and take a look. They might be a little bit too alive looking. You know what? It's probably alright. So we're waiting for the copper to age. Of course we are. But I think once we have quite a few of these, they are significantly taller. It should hopefully work. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's build a couple more. Now, I don't want to actually block the view too much, so we might leave a little bit of a gap and then build another one here. And we just kind of use a mix of mud, tuff, and granite walls. I think we'll just start out over here. Maybe some tuff. And hello. Oh, you're going to be in the way, aren't you? Maybe we'll go up with some of this. I'm kind of just doing it randomly. Let's see, maybe we'll make this one slightly shorter. Yeah, that will work. And a fence post on top, and then for your... Oh, that's not right. Okay, we're gonna need our happy cast. Let's go, Melon. And I might just work from my way down. Oh, this place is not safe at night, hold on. Now while we work on this tree, I thought it might be fun to do on camera together, but if I just talk about the tree itself, there's really not that much to say. You kind of just follow the same pattern. So I figured we could maybe talk about our previous subject of, why can't I place this well? Deepest, darkest fears, maybe? Hello, little happy guest. You're definitely going to make this a little bit less scary. I will say that. I do want to open this. I want to do that. Maybe the leaves are gonna start a little bit earlier here. And make sure we go out this way as well. We're gonna need to wait for that. They're so cute, but why are they crowding me? I thought we might need more happy guests. I've gotten a bunch of gas tears from doing work in the nether. Do we have much spruce? Ah! I'm so rude. I've been pushed off. And I just thought, we spoke about ghosts a little bit, but that's, I wouldn't say it's too much of a fear of mine. It's just something that pops into my head. Now I want to talk about a real fear of mine. Weird sounds that are regular well, okay, this is hard to explain, but I can't stand like a clock ticking constantly or water dripping from a tap every so often. I don't mind repetitive noise at all, actually. I'm the sort of person This is gonna be tough. I'm the sort of person that can listen to a song on a loop for legit half a day. I've done that before. If the song scratches my brain in just the right way, I can listen to a song on a loop. So it's not the repetitiveness of the noise, but it's almost like if there is a break, if there's a bit of silence, then I lose my mind. I can't explain it. Deepest, darkest fear is a clock making a ticking noise. Take that as you will. That doesn't look good. Yeah. um, so I'm curious if anyone else has something like this. A really weird thing that just makes them go insane. I don't know, it brings out like rage and anxiety and panic in me like nothing else in the world. A little bit of a repetitive noise, like I get I get shivers just thinking about it. Not good kind of shivers, just like the little icky kind of feel like, oh, blocks. How dare they? Now, luckily for me, I was born just in time for the revolution of digital clocks in households, and modern clocks don't really make a ticking noise loud enough to bother me, unless they're specifically the grandfather type, like the vintage ones, in which case I will have to leave. So happy Halloween! Grandfather clocks are terrifying for me. Here's a bit of Nisi lore. I don't know if anyone saw that coming, but yeah, there's a couple examples, and I definitely want to say I think it's the silence, because the repetitiveness of the noise would be fine, but as soon as you think it's just the noise is done, it just comes back. It's back again. How dare it? How dare it? Okay, that we covered that fear of mine pretty fast actually. So how about a different kind of fear? Now I feel like this is a deep dark fear that I would assume most people have actually. This one's also not very Halloweeny. I don't have very Halloweeny fears, I suppose. Now I am scared of all the generic scary things, of course. Jump scares are terrifying and I can't watch horror movies, but you know what's real? What I think, please tell me I'm not the only one. Do you ever get this feeling that you're just deeply inherently unlovable? Like people are just pretending to like you. Like that is a constant recurring thought in my head recently, which is kind of insane because I'm almost certainly very happy with my life. And I think it's almost in the moments of happiness specifically that these thoughts come up because you're almost waiting for something to go wrong. Right? So, happy Halloween. Anxiety is a thing. And I always try to tell myself that thinking in that sort of way, I don't know if this helps anyone. If anybody else goes through this, thinking in that sort of way is kind of disrespectful to your loved ones. If you think that they're two-faced enough to kind of just lie to your face, like that's rude, right? So that's what I tell myself. But that doesn't mean I won't crack a joke about it, and probably too many jokes, and really annoy everybody, and constantly ask for reassurance, which just perpetuates the feelings that people are putting up with me. But you know, I do me, and next Halloween maybe I'll dress up as the constant need for validation. So this is how you do a tree. I hope the baby gas things are like sort of emotional support for everybody. As I'm talking about this deeply disturbing part of my life, this stresses me out. Like clock sticking and feeling and questioning everything I ever know about how people feel about me. But yeah, no, in general, I'm very happy. I just thought it was kind of funny that I decided to do an episode on Deep Dark Fears and came out with basically none, which I think means I'm living a very good life, thankfully. I have a very good life. Oh, you know what? Spiders. I can. Oh, yeah. I don't know. There's something about spiders that kind of just. It's not a phobia of any sort. I think it's just minor discomfort around spiders. Like I can handle a spider myself. I can go get a glass of paper. I was about to say I can get a glass and some paper or cardboard and take them outside myself. But I would really rather not do that. And if one does touch me, oh my goodness, I am not having a good day. And recently, I think wasps as well, maybe insects. Wasps. I've been stung by wasps a lot this summer, and I've definitely now have a really big fear of them because I got stung by. Well, there was a very mad nest of wasps that did a lot of damage to me. I was sore for at least a week, and I think I might be mildly allergic now because it definitely feels like I'm getting like I got stung again after that. after I was assaulted by a very mad wasp, nest of wasps, more than one wasp, many wasps. And yeah, I don't think I can ever play that section in Resident Evil 7, I want to say, where the wasps come out and get you again, because that's a new fear I've developed this year. So happy Halloween. Beware of mad wasps. I think there was a dog or something that dug up a wasp and a wasp nest, and unfortunately I got stuck with the with a deep dark fear of wasps. Hey man, they hurt. They hurt, okay, if they're really mad. Also, they stung my puppy, so I wasn't best pleased. Okay, now back to the topic. I think the trick for these trees, from what I can see as sort of looking at the examples of them, is you really want to go a lot fuller with your canopy, I suppose, with your foliage. Like your branches start off really sparse with just a couple leaves, and then as you go higher and higher, you kind of want to have like a full cloud almost at the top. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And we're gonna disembark our happy gas for just a moment. And quite a few of them have grown up now. Okay, good, they're not gonna be in my face anymore. Oh, okay, back on the happy gas. Oh, sorry. How in the world did? Yeah, I know I was fighting you. How in the world did a happy golem make its way over here? Happy golem? A copper golem. Okay. Interesting. Well, what I wanted to show you guys was this view. I think these trees really work. Now they do really bring in a lot of that greenery in and make it look less dead, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. It sort of contrasts against the grey and makes it pop anyways. And I think it's a start. Definitely a start. We're gonna need a lot more trees like this. And I suppose we could build like a whole forest of it as the trees gradually get thicker and denser kind of over this way. So we have the sort of these thinnest, sparsest pines over here, and then these slightly fuller ones, and then like a nice lush forest over here eventually. I don't know. Maybe it's a magical forest that keeps all the terrible, terrible dark things that reside in these haunted buildings kind of at bay. I don't know. I'm sure we can come up with a lore or reasoning. Or maybe it's enough that it just looks cool. I do really like these trees. They look very scary to build, but you kind of need to just stare at a reference build and try a couple times in creative, I found, to kind of figure out all the parts that work together. And once you get over the fear of placing cobble in your tree, I actually don't like the way that one looks, the double slab. Yeah, maybe let's put, we do need more dimension, but maybe we'll just do this. Perfect. It kind of becomes more digestible. Understand what you're doing. Oh, now I don't like that. And as any organic, it is just a lot of refining things. Alright, while we wait for this copper to age up here, let's do a little bit of fun work here on the ground. Maybe we'll extend the skulk all the way down to where the sand kind of finishes. And then maybe some boulders. I'm not sure, at the very least, I need to light it up in a fun way. So I'm thinking maybe some lanterns hanging off the trees or something. Something spooky scary. Just me and my happy gas balloons. They're very happy, but they are so noisy. They are going to their home over there. This is not the fastest way over. Let's just swim. We can't fit. Oh no. Oh, no. That is terrifying. You see, when I said I was gonna do some boulder work and stuff like that, I was actually joking. Instead, I built a couple more trees. I love them. I love them so much. And I think it's only reasonable now that I have the trees in that we have to do a little bit of extra work here with the terrain. So I've got potsoil, I've got coarse dirt. We're just gonna create some sort of patches that look a little bit like a forest floor. It's such a sharp contrast to this pale moss that I don't really know how there's a cave down here, how it's all gonna work together. But I think we should still try. and see what comes out of it. It might work. It really might just work. Okay, I think that is gonna work, and I actually kind of want to put a path through here now that leads into the ruins, but obviously inside here it needs to be non-spawnable blocks, so don't know exactly how we're gonna do that. And where should the path come through? This feels correct here in the middle between these pillars. Maybe we'll knock these down. So I'll need to slab these, I suppose, or carpet them somehow, but we can create some sort of a path here, and I think we might just want to do more coarse dirt, to be honest, up until where we need to mob proof it so that the creakings don't spawn on it. We could do, I suppose, something similar to what we did over here, where we have a whole bunch of coarse dirt, and then we have a little path. Oh, this is stone actually. I don't know why I thought I did this out of path blocks. Okay, never mind, but we are going to go for a kind of similar effect over here with like the candles and fallen leaves at some point. I don't know if today, but at some point we're going to put in a lot of effort into this place. For now, we're just going to get the sort of building blocks down. Of course, is that a path of any sort if it's not lined with lanterns? So let's use the new copper ones and let them age over a little bit. And for breaking up this sad looking pale moss, let's grab some glow lichen on here as well. Just help to mob proof it as well a little bit, because we don't want this place too bright. In fact, it might be a little bit too bright already. So glow lichen it is, and some closed eye blossoms, which should open up because it's nighttime. Hello. Yep, not very safe here. And I think honestly, some dead coral to look kind of like dead grass is going to be really good. By dead grass, I mean like pale grass. Because, of course, this is just a normal plains biome, I want to say. So we can't get like the special grey grass you get from the biome color. I think this might be a good compromise. Oh my goodness, I am getting swarmed. Gonna put some tall grass on the coarse dirt. It's still very dead looking. And some short dry grass. Of course, you got to. You have to put this in. If it lets me, I might even place some mushrooms. Oh yeah. These are dead looking mushrooms. And some pale oak saplings as well, because they do need to be 2x2 to grow. It means we can pop these down as a bit of shrubbery without any worries of them growing. You got one of them shiny copper helmets. Very dangerous, so we're gonna have to be quick. But what do we think? It's very bright, but I'm gonna let these really oxidize so they're not as bright, these lanterns. And then maybe we should put some stairs here actually to kind of lead the way. But what do we think of the forest itself? I think it's quite pretty. Just spamming stuff on the floor always helps. You know what? Let's spam more stuff on the floor. Why not? I deserve to. I need to put some brown candles down as well, but I don't think I've got any. This is gonna have to do. Oh, that looks very much like a pattern. Put these all at the same intervals. Let's look from our viewpoint. I think that's quite beautiful. It feels quite a lot on the foliage just now, but I think I know the way to fix it. I need to break up this pale moss a little bit more with more patches of coarse dirt and stuff, but I really like the trees. I do really like the trees. I think we're gonna have to wrap up here for today. I haven't quite finished everything I set out to do today, but I'm also ready to just pause and take a little break and continue next time. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Next time, oh, break all those blocks there. Let's just ignore that. Oh, and the fish just spawned. I think this is still a very good substantial amount of progress for one episode, considering we went to the deep dark, and we went to the deep dark again to get more skulk, and then we did all of this, built some trees, did a bunch of terraforming, and placed a whole bunch of skulk. I haven't gotten around to getting more crimson wood to put those veins in, but I do kind of like how they look, and I actually think it'd be really cool to maybe bring them up to the surface a little bit as well. Not sure exactly how. Still many ideas for this place, and if you have any, please let me know. I just realized if this is going to be the last time you see this episode, I should probably remove these shulkers, which is excellent timing, because then we can have a little walk around this place before the zombies come. Somehow I've got 2 ender chests in here. Oh, she's a bit of a beauty, isn't she? Still waiting on all of these blocks. No, no, I can reach it. I can reach it. I know I can. If I can reach it to... Aha! Look at that. Look at that. I know. Well, one more. One more. No. Wait. What do we think? I hope you guys like it. I quite like it. I think it's different. It's not something I've done much of in this world. But I'm happy that you can kind of see as time moves on that I'm getting more and more comfortable taking on bigger projects and I suppose more detailed projects. All of these trees here are just vanilla trees now, and I would have had to fill space before. All vanilla trees. One day we'll go around and replace all of those with custom trees. These ones, those ones, these ones. But we're learning a little section at a time. And I think these are cracking trees. I am quite glad I found a reference image that fit my vision so well. You know me, there's a trading guy down there. I had a bit of a love and hate relationship with not copying per se, but heavily using references. Oh nope, I missed that. But I think I'm getting better on my conscience, trying different things, and you know, giving credit and everything where that's due. These these aren't one-for-one copy. They're definitely just inspired by this, and then I actually didn't use some of the blocks that the original person used, and then added my own little twist somewhere. And overall, I think they're pretty nice indeed. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this more talky episode. I haven't gone into editing yet, so I have no idea how long this video is, but it feels like it's gonna be long if I don't cut all of my yapping. But the reception overall on my more talky episodes seems to be a lot better than expected. So maybe you guys enjoyed learning something new about me this episode. Maybe. I don't know. There's a chance to, right? That this wasn't horrendous. Look at me. This is my deepest, darkest fear coming out again. It's not very deep or dark, I suppose, if I'm so comfortable mentioning it every single time. Hello, Melon. You're blocking the view a little bit. I'm sorry, Melon. You mind? This is really coming together. I will say, it's really coming together. I'm surprised these lanterns are still so bright. I might have to change them. I thought they got less bright the more they oxidized, but these look really bright, so I'll probably change that out whenever I get around to actually doing some boulders on this beach anyways. But yeah guys, this was it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!